You know, when you look at a lot of situations, right, that you go through in life, right, you wonder why certain things happen to you. You wonder why, certain type of energy just keep coming towards your way. It's like you might be in the best position ever in life. And you just continuously had this dark cloud over you. You continuously have certain elements in life just circling around you. You know what I mean? Certain people around you. And you think just because your financial state, you think because your finances in order, you just think because your finances is in a good situation. You know what I mean? Because your finances are in a good state. You think that, oh man, I'm good. Like, I'm great. You know what I mean? I'm doing all right, right? You know what I mean? I'm doing great. I'm like, man, my finances in order. You feel me? I'm pushing certain type of vehicles. I'm riding how I'm riding. You know what I mean? I'm able to, date who I want to date. You like, man, can't nobody stop me. You know what I mean? Can't nobody stop me. And it's like the people around you, right? The people around you. One thing you don't figure out in life if you haven't experienced a lot of life, especially if you become successful at a young age, especially when you know, you elevate to a level where the average individual can't relate. Some people living check to check, some people barely paying their rent, some people barely able to put, food on the table, you know. When you above the average, your lifestyle, what you spend on your everyday expenses is what somebody usually make either for that month or for that year. So when you elevate past all those type of regular average type levels and you don't have an understanding of life, huh? You think that all these people around you because you the real one. You know what I'm saying? You the real one. You the one that, everybody is paying attention to when you walking in the room. You look at that situation like, man, this is a good situation for me. Yes, it could be. But when you walk in that room, right, and everybody is paying attention to you, do you think everybody in that room is looking out for you? You think if something is going down, a play is being made on you, that somebody's going to come out and tell you? Or is somebody just trying to gain something from you? Huh? See, this is why I always talk about respect your process in life. Respect the steps that you got to take to get to your destination, to your dream, to your achievements, accomplishing your goals. See, the thing of it is, it's not just getting to the finish part. That ain't the story, bro. The story is not just getting to the finish line, it's the steps that it took to get there. See, that's the thing. I did a quote over a year ago. I said, enjoy your process, whether it's a struggle, whether it's a gain, whether it's a setback. Enjoy that process. Accept being uncomfortable, accept being in bad situations because you learn more from when you take a loss than when you take a L. That L was always fun. When you go into the club, when you go into the dealership, huh? When you go into that real estate, you know what I'm saying, to that real estate company and they looking to get you this fat house, you know you pay, you qualify for, you either ready to pay it off in cash, put half down, take payments, whatever. See, when you win it, everything is cool. Everything is great. When you able to pop bottles, everybody around you having a good time, you feel me? Everybody is like, yeah, 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 this is what we supposed to be doing, right? But what happens when it's the opposite? Meaning, what happens when everything is not gravy? What happens when somebody put allegations on you? What happens when the friends you have around you start putting you in bad situations, having you in bad allegations, have you in bad circumstances, maybe not financially? See, this is the thing. You can have all the finances, but then everything else can be in shambles. See, that's the thing, right? Because everybody love the finish part. Everybody love the end of the movie where the guy get the girl get the guy. They got the mansion, they got this, they got these kids, they got this, they got that popping. Everything is good. But what about that journey and that process? What about those steps that you took to get to where you at? Those sleepless nights, those struggling days, those situations where you didn't know if you was gonna make it. You didn't know the steps that you was going, the steps that you was taking. You didn't know that they was gonna pan out the way it did. But how can you have that understanding when you didn't have that understanding in life? How you get to the finish line and you forgot about all the steps it took to get there? How did you get to the finish line and you had all the cheat codes? You got to the finish line without the proper understanding. See, that's the difference between when somebody got a grind to get up and somebody just happened to luck up. Because when you luck up, that's when you in a bad situation. Yeah, you may have bypassed a whole bunch of people. And when I say luck up, you could have grinded to get yourself in position, right? But if you don't understand the steps that it took there and the avenues and pitfalls that you avoided, because some people go through all the struggling steps. They get to the finish line and they forget the past. You know what I'm saying? You know when it's somebody that made it out the hood, somebody in a better position, and now they forgot what sleeping on that couch felt like. They forgot. You feel me? They forgot when them lights get turned off, how to use a candle. They forgot all those humbling situations that they've been in because now they great. You can't tell them nothing about, man, I don't know nothing about living in the hood. What? I don't know nothing about that life, man. What? You struggling? You can't go to the grocery store with you living off oodles and noodles and hot dogs? Okay. Well, bruh, I don't remember that life. And you like, bruh, me and you was raised in the same neighborhood, dog. You forgot? Do you even know what my name is? So what I'm saying is, it's nothing wrong with you accomplishing what you accomplish in life. There's nothing wrong with any of that. There's nothing wrong with you elevating into a level in a space that you don't want to go back to that old project living, that you know what I'm saying, low frequency mind having. It's nothing wrong with you leaving that behind because I'm with you on that. But what I'm saying is, you still can't forget what got you to that position. See, some people they go through everything they go through in life, right? They go through all the steps, they drama this and this, that. You know what I'm saying? My girl tripping, my folks tripping, my friends left me. Some people forget about all this once they get to that finish line. And then that's where you lost. That's where you lost. Because you see it every day in Hollywood. You see it every day with certain athletes, entertainers, where they get too big for their britches. They get too big for themselves. They trying to have a certain type of lifestyle, which is nothing wrong with that. But the question is, can you maintain that when your lights get dim? Can you maintain that when you're not as popular? Can you maintain that when nobody is surrounding you? See, you wonder why certain people get put in certain situations, especially when they made it, when they millionaires. Because see, what I believe, in my opinion, right? Some people be sipping on that sauce a little bit too much. Some people get too comfortable in their position. They get too comfortable in their position in life where they start to, how, used to count everything. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You got a stack of money there. This is all the money you have. If this is all the money you have, you gonna count every single cents, everything down to the brownies. I'm counting pennies, quarters, dimes, dollars, tens, 20s, whatever. I'm counting everything, and I'm patting my pocket like an old man. You feel me? If this is the last stack of money I have, bruh, I'm counting everything and I'm paying attention. When we go to the grocery store, oh bruh, oh okay, I know I got a certain amount of money. When I put groceries in my bag, you know what? At one point, I was so tight with money where when I go to the grocery store, right? When I put groceries in the basket before I got to the cashier, before I got to the line, I had already calculated in my brain exactly or roughly around how much I was going to spend. I said, oh, yeah, this is going to be $50 right here. Oh, this is $120. Beep, 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 125. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, this is $48. See, that's what I'm saying. When you have to build yourself up, when you had to go through your steps in life and you respect that and you understood that, you was able to get that learning. See, the best teacher is experience. You can have all the book knowledge in the world, but if you can't articulate the knowledge that you read, that teacher was teaching you, if you don't know how to take that information and regurgitate it to your own benefit in life, what was you learning? Yeah, we cooking. We cooking tonight. I'm Sean B. Stoller. If you're not familiar with me, all I do is kick nothing but good game. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel. I appreciate you. you know, it's really, see, the finish line, it's a great accomplishment, right? But that doesn't tell the story. It doesn't tell a story. I'll give you a better example, right? I'll give you a better example. With DJ Academics, I did several videos. I'm not really, and I never came at him. You know what I'm saying? I'll just voice my opinion coming from an older gentleman, right? You know what I'm saying? Much respect to him. I'm not here to knock him in any type of way, but what I'm trying to do is just keep your boots laced, whether it's him or anybody else in life, where you feel like, you know what I'm saying? You want to hear something a little bit different than what you're used to. That's what the core of my channel was based on, man. I'm not a shock jock. You came here to hear some garbage. I ain't the channel for you. But anyway, when you are elevating through your process, right? It's important for you to recognize where you're at in life. Because when you go from being a 30,000aire to a 50,000aire to 100,000aire, there are so many gems in that process. You feel me? I did a video called "A Hunting over a year ago, man. Y'all gotta check me out, man. I've been lacing y'all boots. Y'all just ain't paid attention yet. But anyway, as you go through your process, right? Whether it's financial, school based, training based, it's a lot of game, it's a lot of juice through each step that you go through. That's why it's important when they say grind until you come up. This is the example, this is the explanation that I'm giving you of what that means. When you grind till you come up, what you have to do in that process is respect the level of where you at in life. Because when you respect where you at, wherever you at, you could be a 30,000, you could be a 30,000 there, 100,000, 50,000 there, 100,000 there. But remember that determination it took for you to go to each level. Because somebody making 30,000 right now, you like, man, I wish I could make 100,000. It may take you a year, may take you 5 years to get there, right? See, I ain't here to bash nobody. This ain't no bashing type thing. This ain't me just saying, oh, you ain't doing nothing. That ain't what I'm here for. I'm just saying when you go through your steps and as you elevate, recognize, understand what this is, what that is, and what you don't want to do no more. See, it's certain things you got to remember as you elevate. Because a lot of people, when they go from a 30,000 there, they go up to 100,000 there. Now they got their bills like they make 100,000. That's the wrong move. If you go from 30,000 to 100,000, now the first thing you do, what you do when you're 100,000 there, you go get that nice car you wanted. You wanted that Hellcat, right? That Hellcat, that payment, what, about 800 now? Last time I checked, depending on how much you put down in your credit, depending on what you put down, right? So that you got that Hellcat and you renting somewhere because you ain't ready to buy. You just went from a 30,000 to 100,000 there, right? So you can't have a Hellcat and just some, you know what I mean? And some type of, hood type spot. You got to get you a nice place. You want the penthouse. You know what I'm saying? You want the penthouse. What's up with you? You want the penthouse. What you having? It was just Cloud9. What's up? So when you go from that 30,000 to 100,000 there, right? The first thing you should not do is go get that Hellcat. You feel me? You could definitely upgrade where you live at. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? But don't go rushing. Go ahead and get that payment because guess what? When you get that car payment, right? Was that like a 7-year loan? So if your payment roughly 800, we just give or take, right? We ain't even talking about what the insurance look like. We're not talking about what your gas look like. We ain't talking about your everyday expenses and wear and tear and getting repairs on your Hellcat. We ain't talking about none of that, right? So that's setting you back for 7 years. So that 800, roughly 1,000 that you spending each month, not even including your house payment and whatever else you may have, right? It's setting you so far back. That 100,000 make you feel like you're making 30,000 a year. You feel me? So that's the thing, man. That's why I say you got to respect your process. You have to understand the steps in each step that you go up to. I appreciate that. You have to respect it because you can have all the money in the world, right? But if you don't know how to cherish it, you don't know how to either maintain it or add to it, all you doing is decreasing. And it's just a matter of time to when that money's gone. It's a matter of time that you back in Project 8. You feel me? Trying to figure out who ate up the last oodles and noodles. You got this 8 pack of hot dogs. You trying to figure out who ate up all the noodles. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say respect the process. And then on top of that, right? On top of that, not just the finances, it's the people around you as well. Because as you can see with DJ Academics, man, what happened at his house. I'm not gonna keep going back into it, but basically, with DJ Academics, he had some friends at his house. He had a lady he paid for the, you know, Uber ride, that he had come to the house. He fell asleep, and his partners, supposedly, was clapping them cheeks of his girl, and now they claiming, it might have been she wasn't she didn't want to do that with them, but she was highly intoxicated. So it's a whole situation going on with that. So I'm just giving you a little backdrop while I'm mentioning the DJ Academics, right? But what I want to say, right, about DJ Academics and his friends, man, what kind of friends do you have, right? If that's your girl, whether that's your side chick, the chick for the night, why would your homies feel like it's okay for them to try to have relations with her? You feel me? Unless that's something that y'all into. I didn't know y'all had that, y'all like to party like at Diddy house. You feel me? You know what I mean? I didn't know y'all like to party, but based on I watched a little bit of his live earlier today, and he was talking about, a lot of these situations had already occurred. He was just explaining what happened. But either way, if his partners clapped them girl cheeks, you understand me? And she wasn't, if she wasn't agreeing to that, that's a whole nother thing. I'm not going there. But my whole point is your friends, bro. What kind of friends do you have that they feel so comfortable that if your girl coming over or whoever she is to you, just feel like it's so comfortable for them to, try to have relations with her? See, this is another thing about it. As you elevate, what type of friends are you having? What type of friends are you allowing to be close, especially at your house, man? At your house, to me, my house is my paradise. This is my peace. This is where after I done went out in the world, I didn't work, have I worked, I didn't did this many hours, I didn't, did a lot of different things in my life so I can put myself in a certain position. So when I come home, I'm not trying to fight with nobody. And I definitely don't want nobody being disrespected in my house. I don't care if you a side trick, you a mistress, you feel me? You somebody just for the night. I don't want you to ever feel that, hey, you being used or it's not something that you willing to do. Cause I'm looking for somebody that's willing, okay? I want you to accept and be willing to do whatever we want to do, right? You know what I'm saying? By choice, not force. Do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? I don't care what it is, man. It's by choice, never force. We don't do that over here. So as you elevate, you have to vet your friends. It's funny, right? I've been saying this for a while. You have terms and conditions on the cell phone you're using, huh? The internet service you're using, the corporation you're working for, whether you're independent, you needed a loan, for your business. You have a terms and conditions. So when it comes to your friends, why you don't have the same thing? You feel me? It's like you need terms and conditions in everything you do. Everything is a business, whether you accept it or not. Here in America, you have a social security number. That's a business number that attached to whatever job you work at that creates a W-2. You have to fill out a 1040, huh? That's a form of a business. Now, of course, if you want to elevate, you want to get you want to get a trade name, you want to open up a business account. Okay, that's another level to it. But you are walking business every single day. So why not appreciate what you have and also protect what you have by having the terms and conditions of people around you. Because if somebody riding in your car with you and you have an accident, that person that's in the passenger seat can sue you. Huh? At least here in California. Not only, especially if it come back and it shows, it don't even matter in some cases. In California, if I have a passenger in my car, if they get injured, they can turn around and sue me for me getting in the accident, and then also whoever hit us or whoever I hit or the car hit us. You feel me? So what I'm trying to say is this: everything you do has a terms and conditions, has a liability issue, right? So if you have somebody in your house, it's the same thing. You are liable to a degree. So if you have friends over at your house and they're trying to do something that somebody is not willing to do, it all fall back on who? You. But if you haven't experienced life good enough, right? Or if you don't have some OGs in your corner, right, that can lace your boots. We ain't talking about no street mentality. We talking about real life mentality. So if you don't have nobody in your corner that's really there for you, trying to lace your boots and really let you know, hey man, this could happen. I'm not telling you what to do, but here are the steps of this situation. If this get out of hand, this can end badly for you. You know what I'm saying? So life will learn you. Oh yeah. I love that title. After I said, when I was thinking of that title a few hours ago, I'm like, what am I gonna call this live, man? Life will learn you, huh? You know what I mean? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I am Sean B. Stoll. All I bring to you is nothing but good game, good conversation, good motivation, and hopefully some type of inspiration. Show some love to the channel. How many likes I got up in here? Come on, man. I got a couple people in here. Show some love to the channel. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I'll tell you though, right? It's funny, right? Because when you look at what's going on, especially with a lot of these celebrities and the Puff Daddies, the academics. I mean, even having actors. I did a video a couple of weeks ago about Vin Diesel. He going through a situation, allegations. Uh, you know what I'm saying? There's so many out there, and the whole thing of it is to me, right? That's why I say, as you elevate, man, you have to protect yourself even more, man. I think Michael Jackson was right. You know, to my old school cats, Michael Jackson always had them gloves on and a mask on. He had that on before COVID, huh? You feel me? I mean, of course, he passed away. But what I'm saying is, he was protecting himself way back then. You feel me? Because I guess Michael Jackson must have knew something, huh? You feel me? Because this is the thing, right? You have to learn how to protect yourself. And guess what? As you elevate, and I know you feeling good. Like I said, you hit the club, you at the dealership, you done copped a nice house, you doing your thing. You done got that Hellcat. You out here winning. But just remember this: as you win, somebody else is losing. As you win, somebody is trying to figure out where their next meal coming from. As you win, somebody next to you is going down. Well, as you win, some people is not happy for your success. And a lot of times it's the people around you. It's not a stranger. It's not somebody that you never heard of that has an issue with you. It's somebody that's close to you. Huh? I know you don't want to hear that. You feel me? Somebody laying in the bed next to you. I know she beautiful. She may got that God 3000. You feel me? But how you know that she meant for you? How you know those partners is really there for you? Or are they there for you because you offering them something that they need? Huh? In the sense of getting access to certain type of women, getting access to certain type of, you know, businesses, adventures, opportunities for themselves to have their own thing cracking based off what you doing, which is a good thing if they there for the right reason. You see what I'm saying? So it's important for you to have that terms and conditions, man. I'm gonna keep saying that, you know what I'm saying, till I can't say it no more. You have to have a terms and conditions with people around you. And I'm not saying you have to be militant, but I mean, depending on your lifestyle, you might need to be militant about people around you. You feel me? Because I don't invite everybody to my house. You feel me? I don't have my door open saying, please come in. No. So why would you? Just because you balling now, just because you're in a better position now you want to throw parties every weekend. All that's doing is open up your door for more liability. All that's doing is open up that door for somebody to walk in and try to take everything you have. You know what I'm saying? So beware of those individuals. You know what I'm saying? Like everything be cool, right? I mean, it's nothing wrong having a good time. It's nothing wrong going out, and it's nothing wrong partying. It's nothing wrong with that. But the difference is you got to know what you partying for and who you partying with, huh? Especially when you get to a certain level in life. You feel me? Because let's be real, right? The guy making 30 grand a year, his liability won't be the same as the guy making 150,000 a year. They're not going to have the same expectations on the guy making 30,000 compared to the guy making 150,000. You feel me? You know what I mean? So it's like you got to remember that, and you have to have that understanding as well. Because if you don't believe me, look at some of these individuals, these celebrities going through, right? Some of these guys, your Puff Daddy types, you know what I'm saying? What, billionaires? And look how they name got so much smut on their name right now. You feel me? Because of other people around them, whether it's true or not. That's not my conversation tonight. It's just a general situation of all this, right? It's all based around who you have around you, how comfortable you are doing certain things with certain people. And like I said, anything that was forced, you need to be going to jail. You need to be incarcerated for anything that was forced upon anybody. You feel me? Because I'm player with mine. It's by choice, never force. Huh? If you don't want to do something, cool. I throw my hands up, I hit the dough, or hey, man, hey, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I see you, maybe I don't. But hey, you know what I mean? And I make sure I have cameras all through my house. Okay. And I'm nowhere near these celebrity types, but I got cameras everywhere. Huh? I think I might add an audio player in my house now, just in case. I don't even invite people over to my house like that. But looking at what some of these celebrities is going through, I'm like, man, I need some audio recorder through my house, man, 24 hours a day. I think I need to call you feel me? I'm not gonna plug my security company, but I need to call my security company and tell them, hey man, I come set up an audio recorder up in here 24 hours, huh? You feel me? Because I'm like, man, you got to learn how to protect yourself, man. That's another form of terms and conditions, huh? I'm just saying, man. I personally feel like this, right? Once you become, especially a millionaire type, you definitely need to be more secure with yourself. And not only that, as you elevate, especially financially, to my fellas out there, to you know what I'm saying, to the guys out there, you gotta understand, man. You can't be out here slanging and giving it to anybody, because all you doing is just open yourself up for more liability, more situations. If somebody's saying you force something, you feel me, and that's what you don't want. You need to be way more stingy. You feel me with your application, if you feel what I'm saying, huh? I'm trying to keep it PC because YouTube ain't playing, man. But yeah, you need to be way more stingy with your application when you applying it, you know, to a beautiful woman out there that you know you want to spend time with. So my thing is this though, right? Especially to the baller types out there. You already know what it is. You already know what that energy attract. Any type of baller type, you know, especially them guys, I guess you ballers and the Hellcats, right? You know, a lot of them type of guys, man, y'all gotta understand, man. I know it's cool. I know it's cool to have that energy, and you feel me. You know, females want to be down and want to kick it, but you gotta understand, not everybody's gonna be playing fair, and nobody is trying to. A lot of them is not looking out for your best interests. Ladies too. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all ladies like the Mercedes, huh? You feel me? You doing well for yourself. You a nurse, huh? You working at one of them pharmacy locations? Yeah, I see you. I see you. Y'all be doing y'all thing. I respect you. I see you. No, yes, ma'am. But it's like that's the part of you recognizing your steps, getting having that understanding. As you elevate in life, you have to understand what type of energy that brings, good or bad. You have to understand that that energy is not going to always be a positive energy, right? Because you can be positive all you want. That don't mean somebody is not going to try to finesse you. You feel me? That don't mean somebody is not going to try to use you because you a good guy. Especially if you a good guy, you know, you're going to try to be the first one somebody going to try to use because they think you're going to be too nice. You're going to be too forgiving, huh? So you got to understand what that energy is and understand that you have to be more selective on your choosings, huh? You know what I'm saying? You have to be more selective on your choosing, man. And also, you want to definitely, if you want to have certain type of people around you or have friends and all that, I personally believe in set up certain plays to see what they do. You know what I mean? Just like when you go to a job, right? When you're trying to get hired or you trying to elevate at a location, you know, a job location, what do they ask you to do? Okay, let's prove this. Let's prove that you can do this position. And we're going to put you on a 30-day probation, a 90-day probation. You pass this, you go through all these steps, you complete that up to my liking, then you get the position, right? So why you don't do that when it comes to people that you bring into your house, especially, you know, somebody that you're going to, you know, spend a long time with. Cause it's like with most relationships, what most women are looking to do. They not just looking to be your girlfriend forever. They looking to get married, right? So they with you with the terms and conditions, right? Come on now, follow me. So why you don't do your friends the same way? Because guess what? When you bringing them to your house, you opening up your doors. You know what I'm saying? So they know where you're living at. They know what type of car you driving. You feel me? They know a lot of your routines. So your liability, you wide open right now. So if I'm gonna give you all this access to my life, I'm gonna give you access to all these different things that I'm a part of, and I'm gonna bring you around certain other type of individuals. Why I don't have that terms and conditions for you? Come on, y'all ain't feeling me though. Not feeling me, huh? Sean B. Stoll, I've been lacing y'all boots the whole time. Man, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. You new to my channel. Show some love to the channel, man. We're gonna keep this thing cracking. Huh? I'm just saying though. You know, it's like I think that's one of the biggest mistakes when somebody be like, "Oh, that's my partner. Oh, that's my home girl." Okay, that's your partner. That's your home girl. Well, how you know that's how you know that's your real friend though? Or it's just somebody you just like to say, "Oh, that's really your acquaintance, huh?" Y'all ain't really friends. Y'all just, you know, y'all just somebody, you know, say hi and bye to, kick it every now and then. But y'all real friends. I'm just saying though. You know what I'm saying? Have y'all really kicked it? What are you really doing out here? Because what I can see, right? Looking at a lot of these people, especially like I mentioned with the academic situation, right? If it's any truth to what the young lady is saying, what his friends did to her, right? It all comes back to academics. Regardless what he didn't do, he fell asleep, you know, it all comes back to him because you know why? It's his house. You know? It's like when you go to an arcade, when you have, to them old school arcade, when you go to the movies or you go to the mall, they still got it around, which I'm shocked is the arcade room, right? When you go into the arcade room at the movies or at the mall or wherever wherever they have the little video games, right? They usually have a big sign up top that says play at your own risk. Oh man. Y'all ain't feeling me though, man. I'm giving y'all too much game right now, man. I'm giving y'all way too much sauce right now. When you go to the arcade, right, they have a big sign up there that says play at your own risk. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm trying to lace y'all boots. Y'all playing with me tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, right? You got to have that understanding because guess what? When things go bad, in most cases they will. When things, don't go the way that you thought it was going to go or you didn't anticipate it to go a certain way, what happens then? Because guess what? They're not just going to look at your friends. They're going to look at you too and say, why did you let this happen? Or why you didn't have a way of preventing this? Are you aware of this? Was you a part of this? Is this how you do your household? I'm pretty sure along those lines, the words that I just said is going to be used, you know what I'm saying, in an academic situation. So that's why I say, man, you have to have a terms and conditions. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care who you know, because at the end of the day, it comes back to you. And that's why I always talk about I'm the most realest individual in the room. Because when I say that, I ain't just saying it. I mean, I do boast when I say that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But the reason why I say that is because of what I'm saying to you now. Like, if I'm gonna be around a group of people, especially at my house, and we're gonna have certain type of activities going on, it's important for me to vet or make sure I take the proper precautions for people that come there, especially the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Because I love women. So I would never want any woman to feel disrespected or somebody forced anything on her. You feel me? Like that's an issue for me. I was raised by a woman. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I would never want any woman that come around my establishment to feel like somebody is trying to make her forced to do anything. Because it's always choice, never force over here, man. You feel me? I always been player with mine, man. I don't never force nothing. I don't care if I'm mid stroke. I mean, she say no. Oh, gotta go. You say no. Hey, man. I reverse. Let's go. Like, no, I'm serious though. I mean, I'm being funny a little bit, but I'm just saying in general, for real though, man. I don't play games like that in no type of fashion. And I don't care who's around. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how many goons you have. Bruh, you're not finna do that at my house, at my establishment. We ain't having that. And matter of fact, I'm tell Shorty, you can come over here with me and make sure you protected. Whatever you need, I'm gonna handle that for you. Because at the end of the day, you see what the mathematics, you see what that math do when you try to do it the other way. You feel me? When you sit here and be like, "Oh, she good, she good. I'm finna just go to sleep. I had too much to drink." Nah, you invited this woman over, and what happened to her, whether it's true or false, you see what the aftermath of it is. See, that's what I'm saying. And that's why, for me personally, I don't believe in slanging free application out here. You ain't out here, you feel me? You don't get out here slanging it free for all these different type of these different women that you're dealing with. And when I say free, I'm just saying in the sense of you just, the one for the night. I don't like doing that, because look at the math. Because as you start to elevate in life, you get into a better financial state. You think all these women just trying to sleep with you because they like you? No. You know what I'm saying? You really think all these women want to lay up with you because they like you that much? No, they seen you on YouTube. No, they seen you on different social media platforms. They seen you here, videos, wherever there. They seen that Hellcat you in. You know what I mean? They didn't heard that engine rumble. Seen that Hellcat you was doing donuts, figure eights, hanging out the window. They're like, oh yeah, I want to be with him. So you got to be more selective with your application out here. You feel Let's see how many people use that. Selective with your application. Huh? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You new to my channel. Show some love to the channel, man. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be selective with your application out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you see what the math gets you when you out here just giving it out to whoever wants the sauce. And for guys, I hope y'all really paying attention, especially young G's out here, young gentlemen. Pay attention and see what a lot of these big time celebrities is going through. Because guess what? One day this could be you. Because some of y'all gonna be super successful. Some of y'all may become millionaires. And what you should be doing, just like what I did when I started this channel, I paid attention to what worked for certain individuals, and then I seen what, when you have certain type of content, how you lose your channel. So I said, nah, when I start my channel, man, I'm paying attention. I'll be watching certain podcasters, YouTubers, but I made sure I try to keep mine within a certain type of realm with a certain type of flow and keep my content, you know what I'm saying? Protecting my content at all costs. Because at the end of the day, if this was to take off, or if I was to get a lot of views, I don't want to have to lose my channel or not get demonetized because I'm just trying to just say reckless things just to get views. See, it's important on respecting your process and understanding what you're getting involved in. And if you out here just giving the sauce to anybody who want it, you don't know who you opening your doors to, huh? You have no idea which one is the enemy and which one is not. Who's looking to get over on you and who's looking to take from you. You feel me? And that's why I say life will learn you, huh? Uh, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? And I never said it's gonna be easy. Cause guess what? Going from making 30,000 a year to 100,000 a year, that's a gigantic jump. And that's not easy. It's not easy. And going from 100,000 to 200 and going up to 1 million, that's a whole different level and mentality and type of energy that you have to have. But the core of all of this, right? It all comes back to the basics. I don't care how big it is, how small it is. It all has a basic that you have to follow. And the basics is respect your process and understand the steps that you're going through. Because guess what? Later on in life, it always come back to that. It always come back to the basics. No matter how, you know what I mean, how upgraded you are, how elevated you are, the elements always remain the same. So it's either you're gonna learn through your life experiences or life will learn you. Huh? Life will learn you. You don't get an understanding today, my friend. Huh? You think it's sweet. Okay. You think everybody love you. Okay. You think all them friends you got around you is really gonna be there for you. Okay. You think Shorty? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Shorty? Oh yeah, man. She's so cool. I've been with her for a minute, man. I don't really know a lot about her, but she always here for me. Okay. You got access to the bank accounts, because sometimes, I get so drunk or something, I just let her just take money out. Okay. She look out for me. She don't stay with me, but she always here. So a lot of times when I go out of town, I just tell her, hey, you just stay in the extra room. I got this big house. So you just stay here, shorty. Okay. Yeah, my partners, man. They're my partners, man. We've been partying for a couple of years now. Every time I hit the club, these the partners I take with me. We knocking them down every night. Sometimes I fall asleep. They just continue on, and I just go to sleep, wake up, and hey, they tell me the stories. Okay, life will learn you. You know what I mean? Like I said, you're either gonna respect your process and learn through the steps you take, or life will learn you, man. And that's the difference between somebody going through their steps in life or somebody that got the cheat code. And you can tell, right? I'm gonna make it a little bit more clear for you, right? So somebody getting the cheat code is somebody that, like if in the music, right, in the hip hop world, right, if somebody what they call one hit wonder, where they just come out of nowhere and they just blow up, single, take off, album number one. Wow, wow, they touring with this one, they doing that, doing features over here, doing that, but they didn't really go through the process of understanding how to write songs. They didn't get an understanding of what their fan base was. They didn't get an understanding of, okay, I should have a create a sound or try to create a sound for myself so people know when my records come on, they know what they can expect from me. If you pay attention to rap or music in general, in most cases, right? The person that blows up overnight be the first one to fizzle out. They fizzle out. They fizzle out, man. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. Gold all on my ring. Gold all on my chain. I'm just saying, the ones who usually blow up overnight, they fizzle out just as quick, just as fast as they shot up. They come soaring down out of here. In most cases, the reason why that happened is they didn't go through the process of building themselves up to understand, okay, this fan base, let me make songs like this. For this fan base, let me make songs like that. Okay, I need to make sure I have a core type of, fan base. So when I'm not popping it to the public, I still got a core fan base that's E40 for you. For example, because your core fan base gonna be there regardless if you're not on the radio every day. You know what I'm saying? Your videos ain't played all the time. When you got a core fan base, that means it's a core set of people who's going to pay attention to you no matter what. And I'm just using that for an example to tell you when you going out here and you work and you trying to figure out how to go from 30,000 to 100,000 and so on. You have to respect your process because as you build up, there's jewels and gems through each step that you will miss if you only focus on the bag. if you only focusing on one thing or just the finished product. Way before you get to the finish line, it's a whole different story, a whole backdrop of information that's left behind. And if you didn't understand, you didn't comprehend, you didn't get that understanding. Just like gold all on my ring. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. Fast as you go up, just as fast, even faster, you come down. I know that's an old school analogy, but yeah, I know you get the gist of what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And it's nothing wrong. I mean, hey, if you do take off, you like a rocket from jump. I hope you got some OGs around you like myself. You feel me? That can come and holler at you and say, "Hey, bro, you moving a little bit too fast. You being a little bit too forgiving and giving too much access to everybody that you shouldn't be given to." You know what I'm saying? You giving way too much access to your home. You're giving way too much access to your way of lifestyle. Not everybody is built for this. That's why everybody is not successful, because you have to figure out what's for your lane. You have to figure out what goals you want to have. You know what I'm saying? Everybody path is different, regardless what the dollar amount you make. I'm not here to take nothing away from nobody because it's your life. I can't tell you how to live your life. I can just give you my experiences, the game that I got, and hopefully it's something that you can gravitate to or take with you as you go through your process. Do you feel? You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's why I want to say, much respect to at DJ Academics. And like I said, he's just a topic of the conversation, but it's not. This is not something coming directly at him. I'm just using for example to give you this game that I'm dropping on you. You feel me? You know what I mean? And that's another thing too. I don't know why. I mean, even for me, right? I'm in my 40s, so like the 90s, the house parties, it was popping, man. But one thing I'll tell you about the 90s, they kind of show it in some of these movies, like the Menace Society type movies. You know how at the house party, you see how, he's bam hitting them with the chopper, you know what I'm saying? But one thing I can tell you about the 90s parties, because I was there, especially out in the Bay Area, it was cracking, man. It was cracking. The house parties was cracking. But one thing you figured out real quick is how vulnerable you were. Because I'm gonna tell you about the 90 house parties, you don't know who's gonna be in there. Now you got to keep in mind in the 90s, cell phones was out, but not everybody had a cell phone in the 90s. It was rare. It was the ballers, the D boys, you know what I'm saying? Certain type of individuals. So meaning when you got to that house party, unless you talk to somebody on a home phone, like, hey man, who y'all at the house party? Okay, who there? Usually when you get to the house party, ain't nobody trying to pick up no home phone because the music is too loud. So what I'm saying is, back in the 90s, when you go to a house party, that could be your death sentence to a degree, because you don't have no idea who's really in that party. You can get in there, you could have been beefing with somebody, you feel me, a couple of weeks ago, or depending on where you live at, it could be a different gang territory, or it may not even be a gangland. It could just be some area that you thought was cool. This is a neutral spot. And one thing I learned in the 90s, going to house parties, you don't go to house parties unless you know who's throwing it, who's involved with it, who they don't allow to come in and out. Like all that have to be explained before I get there, because guess what? When you get to that house party and you in there, you feel me, you dancing, you happen to dance on the wrong dude, girl, not knowing it's his girl, but she was choosing you, but he don't know that. Now he got 10 dudes ready to mollywop you, and you in there, maybe you got one partner with you. So remember, you at a house party at somebody else's house, right? You at somebody else's house. This is in the 90s for you. Just give an example, right? You at a house party in the 90s. You going to somebody else's house. You don't even know, but your partner told you this is a popping spot. So you and your partner go. You happen to see this, you know what I mean? This bad show. Do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? She looking, you feel me? Like, oh my goodness, you see that? Oh my God, right? So you do your 1, 2, you feel me? You think it's good. You get on the dance floor, she dropping it on you, right? Drop it, you feel me? You in there grinding. Next thing you know, it's like 5 hyenas on you now. You feel me? You got 5 dudes on you ready to break you off because what you didn't know was one of them dudes is standing behind you. That's one of them is her baby daddy, and he the jealous type. And now 4 of his homeboys is with him. He gotta look gangster. And not on top of that, this is his house party that you went to. So it ends horribly. So the gist of what I'm saying is, right, when you having parties at your house, if you're not properly vetting these people, have a terms and conditions of who's coming in and out your house, you open up yourself for a liability situation, whether it's dealing with women, violence, abuse, you know what I'm saying? All type of things. So that's one reason why the 90s house parties died out kind of quickly. You know what I mean? Talk to any OG, 40 plus. They'll tell you about them house parties, especially out here on the West Coast, the Bay Area to be Pacific. We stopped doing it. We don't do house parties no more unless it's a family function. A family function, oh yeah, we'll do that. But I ain't finna just go to, the Johnny up the block, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But partner them and no, you know what I'm saying? Go to my partner them and those. No, we not going. I'm not going because you knew if you went to that house party, there was a high chance something was gonna pop off, and most likely, you know what I'm saying. It's a close, very close environment. You know what I mean. Something can happen to you. Not even somebody may not even look to do anything to you, but because you in that small space, shots could go off. You know what I mean. It can be a brawl up in there, and you just caught in the crossfire. You feel me? So that's why I say you have to understand where you at in life based on the steps you took in life. And if you didn't do that, have people around you that you really feel that's there for you by properly vetting them. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the type, I said it before, I say it again. If I'm dealing with a woman, right? And I'm already up. If I'm already up, for me, be honest with you, when you become a real baller in life, I feel like you the most vulnerable because guess what? You're gonna have access to different type of women, different type of life adventures you get access to. But what happens is on top of that, it's not that you only going to have the finer things in life. You also going to attract that energy that people want from you. And all that energy ain't good energy coming towards you. So you're gonna have women that's gonna want to get at you for negative reasons. Just want to try to use you for something, or put you in a vulnerable situation where you have to pay for something. You feel me? And I'm not saying all women is like that. I'm not bashing women. I'm just saying in general, right? So that's why it's important for you to have a solid foundation. Because as you elevate, you're going to lean on that foundation to get you through your process. Because we all need somebody around us. I'm not going to say that. When I say I'm the realest individual in the room, I'm not saying I don't want people around me. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I'm the type where I really pay attention to what's going on. I can get past the lights, cameras, and action. I can get past the money because at the end of the day, there's only one life I have that I know about. And I try to cherish it and protect it as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? God willingly. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at situations like that's going on with like the academics, your ditties, whoever, like I said, I'm not talking about the specific situation. I'm just saying in general, I am speaking. You got to understand what that brings. And then on top of that, now I got to flip it a little bit, right? On top of that, some people get drunk off that power. I don't know if this happened to academics. I don't know. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying some people get to a certain level in life, and that's like I said, like I told earlier in this live. Some people once they make it out the hood, they forget about everything they learned in the hood. You know what I'm saying? They forget everything. They forget, the scammers. They forget, you know, conniving individuals. They forget about all that because they made it. They gone. I'm rich. But they still got to remember there's still snakes out there, man, and they slither. There's still conniving individuals out there, man. There's still people out there trying to hustle you. It's funny, right? Because even for me, I'm not on a level in no type of fashion, right? But it's like once I start getting a little bit of success on social media, right? I start getting all these gurus about Bitcoin and how to invest money here and invest money there. As soon as I got a little bit of success, so I guess they thought, man, oh, okay, let's see if we can finesse him out of some bread. He looked like he might got a couple of dollars. Man, I don't respond to none of that. After a couple of months, all the accounts got deleted. I went back and looked, especially on Instagram, all them investors in bitcoins. When I try to click on the account, it says account is no longer activated, suspended. So they would have, in my eyes, they would have finessed me out of my bread, and I wouldn't have been able to talk to them or find out who they truly were because their accounts would have been, they would have closed it and went to another one after they got enough bread from somebody. So my point of saying that is this, you know, the steps you took to get to your success, you can't forget that. That those humbling moments and times that you had in life where you had to humble yourself and you feel me? That the top ramen, them oodles and noodles, them hot dogs, all in different things. I'm using that in just, you know what I'm saying? But you got to remember that the things that it took to get you there, you still have to apply that today. And unfortunately, for the ones who get drunk off the power, some people get to a level where, like I said, I'm rich. I'm a millionaire. I can do this. I can do that. Well, you can. I'm not saying you can't, but just understand that just because you're able to do it doesn't mean that it doesn't come with anything. It doesn't come with people trying to take from you. Because as you go to that Bentley dealership, you go to that Ferrari dealership, go to that Maybach dealership, right? You know what I'm saying? The Range Rover dealership. Just remember, it's certain people that's trying to play on individuals that drive those type of cars because guess what? They know in most cases, the people who have those cars have access to funds and resources that the average can't get to. So that means that it opens you up for somebody to try to take from you because they know you got it. Even if you're making payments on those cars, we're talking about over $1,500 a month in car notes, man. Most average individual can't afford a $1,500 car payment, let alone rent, child support, other expenses, everyday expenses. Come on, man. And if you're paying it off with cash, oh wow, then that's all you on a whole nother plane, right? You're on a whole nother battlefield. You feel me? All I'm saying is remember those steps that it took for you to get there and don't take it for granted. Don't get too comfortable. And just because you better than the average doesn't mean it doesn't open you up for people trying to finesse you, for people trying to use you, for people trying to put allegations on you. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? because they out there, man. Especially in today era, with the inflation of things. I know things are coming down, but it's still expensive. So just to think about this, that person that was struggling before inflation, just imagine how hungry they are today. Come on now. You may be doing well, but is everybody around you doing well? Huh? Those partners you have, everybody on the up and up? Or are they looking for their next come up? Huh? I'm just saying though. I'm just saying though. You know what I mean? So continue standing on your purpose, continue grinding into your greatness. Stand on what you stand on, but don't forget the steps of life that it took for you to get to where you at. You feel me? It's like I feel like some people get just drunk off that power though, man. Which I can see it though. I can understand it though. I ain't gonna lie. If just imagine this, right? Saying that you was able to afford the Hellcat or just a nice vehicle in general, right? Let's say you was able to afford the payments on that, and then you finally get to a level where you can pay that off in cash, and it doesn't affect your bottom line. Now you looking at like, okay, I'm getting a house. You doing well, refrigerator filled. Everybody around you doing good per se. So you start to feel yourself a little too much. You feel me? When you go out, everybody like, hey man, hey, what up? Oh, what up? Hey. Everybody want to be around you. See, some people see, especially I gotta say this, if you a person that didn't have notoriety or wasn't popular in school or had a problem, dating, and then you finally get that bread, you finally get that bag, and now everybody throwing it at you. Everybody want to be your friend. You know what I'm saying? It ain't hard for you to get the ladies. I mean, you just doing your 1-2 out here. You like Steph Curry with the three. You feel me? You like Steph Curry with the three. Some people get drunk off that power, man. And when you get drunk off that power and that recognition and that fame, and everybody want to holler at you, people want you to, go over here, get on a podcast, come here, go there, finance this, finance that. Some people get drunk off that power, man. And they lose themselves in the sauce. They lost themselves in the sauce. And that's when the finesse happens. That's when you're not paying attention as much. That's when you get to sipping too much. Huh? That's when you start being too trustworthy of people you really don't really know. Yeah, you've been around them, but you don't really know them like that. But you feel like you on a different level, so it don't even matter. Well, oh yes, it does matter because certain type of things, certain type of allegations, you can't just shake, even if you beat the case. See, I'm not here to make it look pretty. I'm not here to tell you everything gonna be all good. But it's certain things that you can maneuver away from. It's certain things you can exit out of door left from. It's certain things in life you can avoid if you paid attention to your steps to success. If you paid attention to the people around you, if you paid attention to that super thick, you know what I mean, beautiful woman laying next to you because you was so busy focusing on the physical, you didn't even take the time to massage the mental. You didn't take the time to figure out who are you really laying next to? Who is this really your partner? How is that your partner? Why is that your partner? What are they here for? Because I know what I bring to the table. You know what it is. I'm the one with the South. Everybody love the sauce, man. Because hey, who don't like good sauce on a you feel me on a food? Everybody do. That's a metaphor. But what happens when you get too loose with the sauce? You get too comfortable with the sauce. Everybody get a chance with the sauce. Come on, man. You gotta follow me, man. Some things I can't put it so plain, man. You gotta catch it. So do you stand on you and be all about you. But just understand this: the people around you, the people you involve with, make sure they worth being around. Or make sure you keep enough distance to where when that bomb hit, when that wave hit, you able to slide to the left, slide to the right, reverse, reverse. I appreciate y'all for watching this live tonight. I am Sean B. Stoller. All I bring to you is nothing but good game, good conversation, good motivation, hopefully some type of inspiration. Hit that like button, subscribe button if you're new to my channel. Please drop something in that Cash App. If you watch it on playback, super thanks. And I want to thank y'all. You could be anywhere you want to be, but you're here with me. And for those watching this live, I thank each and every one of y'all. I will be going live tomorrow night. Peace.